For question 5D, we're being asked to find the equation of the tangent of the normal line at each point. So what we want to first do is find the derivative, and we need to implicitly differentiate this. Now, I could use the quotient rule on the right-hand side when I differentiate this, but I can also rearrange this so that I have y squared times 2 minus x equals x cubed. And instead of using the quotient rule on the right-hand side, I could use product rule on the left-hand side. And because implicit functions are just algebraic rearrangements where y is embedded, we can rearrange this all we like, and we can, whatever is easiest to differentiate, what expression is easiest to differentiate, we could do it in that way. And it works out the same if I use quotient rule, by the way. So once I've rearranged this, I think this is going to be easier to differentiate. I'm going to differentiate the y squared, and then I need to make sure I add the chain, and then I end up with 2 minus x, so that's my second function which I don't touch, plus, now this is my product rule, so I don't differentiate the y squared, and I differentiate the x to negative 1. I'm going to differentiate x cubed into 3x squared, and now I have my derivative. So now I just need to solve for my y prime. So I'm going to end up with y prime times 2y times 2 minus x. And then I'm going to move the y squared to the other side. So I get 3x squared plus y squared. Okay, so this is, I think I made a mistake here. This is not y squared, that's y prime. Okay, so that's the y prime that I factored out, and maybe I'll just highlight that so you can see that. That y prime here ended up here. And solving for my y prime, I get y prime is equal to 3x squared plus 1y squared divided by 2y times 2 minus x. So there's my derivative. So I need slope, so I'm going to calculate my slope. I'm going to plug in x is 1, y is negative 1. So I get 3 plus negative 1 squared is 1. 2 times y being negative 1, so I get negative 2 for the 2y. And then 2 minus 1 is going to be 1. Okay, and then so I'm going to end up with 4 divided by negative 2, which is negative 2 slope. So there's my slope. I'm going to then write the equation of my tangent line. Y equals, slope is negative 2, x minus, and then I'm just going to highlight this here. I'm going to use my x and y coordinate in my point slope form. So it's going to be x minus 1 for my x coordinate, and then minus 1 for my y coordinate. So this represents my tangent line. Okay, and then for my normal line, I'm going to take the negative reciprocal slope. So negative reciprocal of negative 2 is positive 1/2. And then I'm going to use the exact same coordinates for my point. So it's at 1, negative 1, and this represents the equation of the normal line at that point. So this is my normal.